My name is Dylen Rivera. I'm an accounting major here at LBCC, and this is my tattoo story. So this is my dog Lobo. He is 6 years old now. In this picture he was probably about 2. And we go way back. He was given to me by a friend. He couldn't keep him anymore because his grandmother said he was going to be a big dog. I couldn't keep him either, but I ended up sneaking him in the house all the time. And finally I ended up making an agreement that I would stop doing the bad habit. The bad habit, it wasn't that bad in my eyes, but my mother is a Christian, and so I ended up making an agreement saying I'll stop doing this and I can keep the dog because he meant a lot to me and my friend. He didn't want to give him to anybody. So from 2 months, I kept him, went back to my habit. I ended up being able to keep him. But at about 10 months, I'm going to school, I'm working all the time. I can't keep him out a lot because he wouldn't listen to nobody. He was so timid and scared. But at about 10 months, he got hit by a car and he broke his kneecap. So I couldn't repair it. I didn't have the money to do so. The surgery, none of that stuff. It would have been about $3,000. So the doctors ended up telling me that either I'm gonna have to amputate his leg because he's gonna get an infection, or just try to fix it or whatnot. So I ended up not having the money. I kept it just the way it is. Now he has a peg leg basically. It's his kickstand. When he sits down, it's just out. It doesn't bend, but he still runs. He's still happy. Everything. So I've been through tough times with him, and he's been there for tough times for me as well. And during that process, when he was recovering, I would have to wrap a towel around his waist because he couldn't walk. And so his kneecap's broken and he couldn't plant his back left leg, and I would have to help him down the stairs, out the backyard every day. I would have to hold the towel up so he can pee, poop, anything. He was caged about 22 hours out of the day for about 2-3 months. And ironically, I ended up becoming caged myself with the situations, moving a lot. I've been through 25 different houses, so he means a lot to me. And I ended up getting this tattoo because I know eventually he'll die one day, and I just wanted something to look back and think of him, because anytime I was in a bad situation or rut, he'd just be right there. Even though he was hurt, he couldn't walk much, he can barely stand really, but he would still jump up on me. He still runs. He's doing much better now, but yeah, he means the world to me. He's been there through the most tough times of my life. In my personal opinion, I feel that tattoos are very expressive. People sometimes cannot express themselves in certain ways, that they end up putting this art on them so that others can not only ask them what it means to them, but what does it mean to them themselves in their personal opinion, from their perspective. I've felt that the coolest people I've ever met has the most tattoos ever, and the most judgmental is Christians, essentially. That's what most people think, and in my opinion, that's what I feel. It's a way for people to express themselves, feel however they want to feel. Me, I just, I got my dog, so I can always look at him anytime that I have a bad time. And he ain't there, I just look at my right shoulder, and he's right there. The good side of my shoulder. I can still got the bad side, but that's tattoos are really, really awesome, I think.
Dutile, and I'm a business major at LBCC, and this is my tattoo story. There are a variety of reasons on why I got this tattoo. One of the main reasons is depression. I struggled with it growing up, and then my mother was an alcoholic mother from freshman year to my senior year of high school. She was very absent from home, so I had to take care of my younger brother and I, which also continued to add towards my stress and depression. She would call me at night sowing words about how I'm the reason for her faults in her life and why everything's going wrong. She would come home at times and she would put her hands on me. Then I started using drugs in high school, using them as an outlet. And then at the end of high school, I decided to cut it cold turkey because I wanted to get my life together, and I was tired of being her little beating toy, and I was tired of my depression controlling my life. So I went through withdrawals, which was really bad, and I hit my depression 10 times worse than previously. And I'm still working forward, and this tattoo is basically symbolizing that I can work through anything, that I can work through anything that comes at me in life, because I've already gone through what I think was pretty bad so far. The reason why I like tattoos so much is because most people who get tattoos have meaning behind their tattoos. When you ask someone about their tattoo, they usually have a sentimental story or something with dates for people who mean something to them, or anything just like that. There's a story on their body that'll be there forever and will remind them forever. What I don't like is when people get meaningless tattoos because they're dumb and they mean nothing and they're on your skin forever. So if you have a meaningless tattoo, you done goofed.
Jessica Heffner. I am an adjunct professor at Long Beach City College. I've been teaching there for 5 years, and this is my tattoo story. My favorite tattoo is my tattoo of my pistachio. So this I got when my father figure, my uncle on my mom's side, passed away. My dad was never really in my life, so my uncle really stepped up to be my father figure. So he passed away in 2017, just some health complications. He was a lifelong firefighter, and he got some health complications from, fighting fires. Breathing in all the smoke is not very good for you. So he was just my support system, and we used to, when I was younger, sit on the patio and eat pistachios and just talk about life, talk about our problems. He'd help me strategize to come up with solutions for my problems. So it's the day that he passed, I went and I got this pistachio tattoo just to make sure that he was never really not there with me. And I got it on my right hand, so he's, my right hand man. And that's my favorite tattoo. As a whole, I think it's evolving, definitely becoming more accepted. As a professor myself, I show my sleeve often. I think maybe even 10 years ago I wouldn't have been able to do that, but it's never been an issue with job interviews or credibility. It's never been an issue. If anything, it helps me connect to my students more because they see a part of them reflected in my personality too. So I often have students who show me their tattoos, and it's a way to kind of open up and connect with them. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing where, as tattoos continue to become accepted, how that changes some of the corporate structure, and just really opens up to accepting more people from different backgrounds too.